Pain heals. Chicks dig scars. Glory lasts forever.
WNBA is about to go all draft time on us. We know last year was a record setter in terms of viewership. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Hope you're having a fantastic day. As always, shout out 19. So, will people tune in? Yeah, and guess what? And I know that the WNBA and its sports media are going to have tiers, and they won't want to believe this, but if the ratings are really good for the draft, it is again going to be the Caitlin Clark effect, because you've got a lot of Clark fans now tuning in to see where the players following Caitlin Clark, the next rookie class, where are these players going to end up? That's what Clark fans want to know. That's who's going to be tuning in. So I just wanted to go through. I don't want to make this crazy long, so I'm not going to go like in depth with each player. I'm just going to give you my thoughts on where I think players are going to end up in this draft. And as you can see here to start, though, they only invited 16 players. By the way, Lucy Olsen, not one of them. And I'm back. I didn't just hit the mute button again. Good thing I caught it. But so these are the players who were invited: Amore, Barker, Bueckers, Citron, Fegan, Iriafen, James, Malanga, Morrow, Paupau. Paupau. I'm always going to say it like that. I love it. Rivera, Scott, Sellers, Sivka, Sundell, and HVL, Hailey Van Lith. So where are they going to end up? That is an absolute fantastic question. Here is the draft order, and I'm going to rip through how I think this is going to end up. Now, of course, the obvious and easy one, or is it? Dallas taking Paige Bueckers, guard out of UConn. Clear number one pick, because everyone always thought it was going to be the number one pick. From what I'm hearing from Dallas, she's going to be the number one pick. So, well, we're going to circle back to that at the end of this for a reason. Seattle. Now, Seattle has got a front court. However, I don't know how they pass up on the potential of Dominique Malanga from France, who would also be reuniting with French teammate Gabby Wilson. And if I can just show you this real quick, just one quick clip, because this is exactly right. Boom. She makes that look really easy. And yeah, we are gonna play that again, because now I'm not saying that that's doable in a game in traffic. Hey, you get her out in the open court where it's a breakaway layup, and I think that's pretty easy for her. That is as easy as I've seen at this level from the women's game ever, right? Like, that looks easy for her. I think she's 6'6", one of those few players I've seen at that height in the women's game who has some hops too. Obviously, she's long and lean and has some reach, a very explosive player. So I don't see how Dallas passes up on that. And then Washington. Look, they've got 3 of the next 4 picks, so these could really go in any order, but I'm going to go with Sonia Citron from Notre Dame, Kiki Ariafen from USC, Golden State coming next, Anisha Morrow, forward from LSU, and then Washington is going to follow with another guard, Georgia Amore. Now, depending on how important the players are for Washington, those 3 could be in a different order, because again, Golden State could take one of them. You know, we don't know, but that's how I'm going with him. By the way, for those who didn't know, Georgia's Kentucky career, and I just found this out myself. I mean, I know she had a great career, but I did not realize she's one of only 3 Division I players ever with 2,300 points and 800 plus assists. The other 2 being Caitlin Clark and Sabrina Ionescu. That is pretty good company. Now, Connecticut as the next 2 picks. Man, Lithuania, I'm afraid to even try. I haven't seen a video where anyone says her name. Josite, I don't know. You let me know if you can do it. In the dictionary, to let me know below if that is correct. And then Connecticut has another pick, and I'm going to go with who I wanted the Fever to take if they still had their 8th pick, and that is Asia Sivka from Slovenia. Such a smooth player. She can hit the three. She's long and lean like Malanga, obviously not as tall. I think Sivka's 6'2", something like that. She's got a very smooth post game as well. Can play with the right or the left around the basket. Right baby hook, left baby hook. Nails the three. Has good defense. Gets in passing lanes. I think that's a great pick as well. Then that becomes the Los Angeles Sparks. And I guess it's time to scroll down. I skipped the sun there. Los Angeles Sparks. We're going to go with Hailey Van Lith. Yes, I moved her up into the first round. Now, it is possible. I think if Washington doesn't take Georgia Moore and they just say, hey, you know what? We want Hailey Van Lith, another player who can score and dish out a few assists, then I think maybe Haley, Georgia Moore drops all the way down to Los Angeles' spot and they take her. And then Chicago's a difficult one, man. I mean, they kind of got their forward set, but they've got a lot of guards on the roster. But I'm going to go with Cheyenne Sellers, guard from Maryland. Then Minnesota, they're going to go with a big. I'm looking at Raya Marshall. Raya? She say Raya? Raya Marshall, center from USC. And then rounding out the first round, Sonia Fegan, forward, South Carolina. That is how I think this first round is going to go. We shall see. I know obviously that leaves some people even off of this list as well. I think I left Barker off, James off, Pow off, Rivers, Scott, Sundell, left them off of the first round. They can all go early in the second. I am going to predict, and maybe it's a little bit of feel good because I know a lot of the Iowa Caitlin Clark fans would love to see this, but of course, Indiana has, I think, picks 19 and 20, and they will select with one of those picks. I don't know what the chances of her making the roster are. They're going to select Lucy Olsen. Last thing I am going to leave you with is I think it is possible, unlikely, but possible that Dallas says, hey, you know what? We're going to take Dominique Malonga. It is possible. I don't know, maybe 25-75. But Dallas says, you know what? We are going to think outside the box. We are going to take Malonga. I say 25-75 because I think it's such a high risk that, like, if Paige does play really well, then people are going to be like, whoa. If you pick her and she doesn't, well, everyone thought she'd be the number one pick, so you can't really get in trouble for that. So it depends on what the Dallas GM is thinking there in terms of risk. But I'm going to leave it there. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Hey, you know what? Write out what you're just you don't have to go into detail about each player, but just write your list. Who is going in the first round of the WNBA draft? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks again for checking out this video. Appreciate it as always. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will talk to you later.